Right, let's get going. So, we've got a couple of things on our to-do list. Not entirely sure how to progress with any of them, so that's good. So, firstly, we have got to get the code to rescue Catherine, which is apparently in Gen's office, but I don't think it's the office that is around here. I think it's his office in some other realm. So, I guess... I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. But the other thing we've got to power the domes, which we now know how to do, which is using the massive facility on the main island. And we've also got to get the code to open up the domes. So it's all going a bit mental. The code to open up the domes is something that I think we might be able to work out now. I got a bit frustrated, so what I've done is I've written out all the letters that or all the numbers I know in their language, which is basically just 1 to 10 at the moment. We might be able to extrapolate from that what, I don't know, what other letters are. But interestingly, something to mention, which I can't mention here because it won't show, that's annoying, is the H that, oh actually I can show you here. This particular one with just the line through is the number 5. So no shockers there, since 5 is the code word for this game apparently. So I got very tempted to open up this book, and I thought this was how we signal Atris, but I've just realised that Catherine in her thing said she thinks she knows how to signal Atris. So I don't think that's what it is, which makes me think that this is the trap book that we're supposed to give to Gen. So I guess we'll find that out later. For now, I think we should head to a dome. I think we should try and work out what the code is to open it up. Now, I know that's not going to matter too much until we're able to power it, but I still want to be able to nonetheless, because I want to get some things out of the way, because I feel a little bit stuck at the moment, and it's a bit annoying. Yeah, so that, well, you can't really see it properly, that H, that's the number 5. So it makes a lot of sense. So I don't know whether if we see any symbols like that with other numbers, we might be able to work something else out. I don't know. Anyway, hey, should we look in that room? Nope, I don't think so. We still never worked out what that's supposed to do. Not entirely sure if I want to know, to be honest, but that's okay. So there you go, that's the dome. We'll head for that one. And we go this way? No, we don't go this way. Why do I always have my bearings wrong around here? Because it's so bloody annoying how to get around this place. And press the button. Get up here. Here we go. Right, so we know that the first 3 are 4, 6, and 8. And then we've got the last 2 is something plus 2 and the same something plus 4. So they're only going to be 2 apart on this thing. Now the thing it's the X in this equation is like a sort of L shape, which hasn't turned up on any other symbols. So, and now that I know that what 1 to 10 is, it's definitely more than 10. But we also know is that this language is like cumulative, which means that how do I phrase it? That it equals what the different symbols within it mean added to each other, rather than with a 1 at the beginning, which means 10 times the other thing. So I don't think it can be anything from like 10 to 19, because otherwise it would just be what I know to be 10 plus what the other symbols are before it, which is how it has usually worked, because everything above from 5 to 10 is just the 5 with like 1, 2, 3 or 4 on it. So I think the new symbols only come across in multiples of 10. And this has, what does it have? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I reckon it's reasonable to assume that L is 20, which means it's 20 that. If it was 20, let's say it was 20 plus 2. Well, the largest one is 20 plus 4, which makes it 24. Then 22. And then we do the 6, 7, 8, 6, and 4. That makes sense, right? Let's try that. Fucking... Yeah, right, okay. I'm a genius. Ah, and it's a... Oh, shit, we're inside it. Oh, that is... Oh, God. Oh, no. Why must you be so terrifying, game? Right, so... Ah, okay, oh god, right, how do I, right, so the one that's on this island, right, I'm just going to make a note, this is, because this one was green, and within it is, so now we know that the L is a thing, so that's a K, like that, so that number is... What is it? Where's my alphabet? There we go. R with a line through it. That's 9, 8. 9, 8. Now, I've seen that before in his notes, haven't I? Yeah, I think I have anyway. Or it's 9 plus 8, which would be something else. What's 9 plus 8? 17. So it's either 17 or 98. Or maybe we times them together. What's 9 times 8? That would be 72 or 72. Ah, actually, yeah, right. Because it said this symbol was, it had an ND on the end, which means it needs to end in a 2. So it is. Oh, so it's the 72nd. I think. So you times them together, is what I think. So what's interesting about this... So, the thing that Catherine said... Sorry, I keep doing this. Is that you need to power these before you can use them. Yeah, because otherwise it's just a black screen. Okay. So that's... how do I get out of here? I press that. Okay. And... Okie doke. Fan-tabby-dozy. Right, so now we know how to get into them. Question now is... what is the question now? So now we need to power these books, which means we need to work out that eye puzzle, which is what the domes are. Now what's... Yeah. I can't remember if we talked about this last time, but I'm slightly confused as to where each of the pipes are going. Yeah. Well, I know... Right, okay, hang on. Right, that's... This one... Well, I'm going to click it again, because I want to make sure... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay. And this one is... Should be in a minute? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I want to keep them open, just because it's easier that way. Okay. Let's go. This way. So that one we just saw. Where was it? It's there. So it's that pipe going in there. This one. So it's the one we're walking over right now. So it's the one directly to our right. So that's the little one. Okay, so that's actually... Okay. Yeah. Right, so... So actually, the one that's coming out this way... So this symbol is the island we're on right now. So where does that pipe go? It goes down, and I'm pretty sure it goes there. So the pipe for this island goes to there. which I don't really get, if I'm honest. What's that? Oh, that's just okay. No. Right. Okay. So, the two symbols we don't have are the two. Well, I can't really show you here, can I? This is really difficult to get my head round. So, where the fuck is it in my notes? So we got. What have we got? Okay, so we know that the one on the one that we just opened was green, and that was just a circle with a dot in the middle. So we know where that is. That's no problem. We don't know what the colour is. Maybe we've got to work out where all the pipes go, as well as... Yeah. Oh, this is wrecking my head. It was much simpler when it was just... I knew that that pipe would be the one that was green, because that's for this island. But it's actually that. That's where the pipe's going, so that's what's being powered there. So... Right, you know, let's go to the thing where we type in the info, because I want to be able to get my head around it a bit better. And how do I do that again? Oh, I've got to switch these around, haven't I? Got to press it twice. There we go. And up. Oh, fuck me. What was that? Oh, I didn't realise I could press that. That just did something. Okay. Oh. Right, let's look at what we did. Oh, we didn't do anything. Okay. Right, so we now know that green is this one. We know that red is... where is red? It's this. There. We know that orange is there. And that's kind of it for what we know. I'm pretty sure purple is here, but I'm not convinced. Now, I don't know what yellow and blue are. So that's good, isn't it? But I know there's something that's meant to be here. So I guess I'll put... Oh, but it's not about their location. It doesn't actually matter, does it? It's where they are that matters. And I don't... That isn't... Right, okay, no, sorry. I'm actually changing my mind again. So the thing that's going to be on this island, which is... Yeah, let's think. I'm going to guess it's... Let's say it's yellow, for argument's sake. And then we're left with blue. So, if I close that up... It makes a very, very unnerving noise. Right, if I smack this button at the top here, what happens? Nothing. Why is that? But it did make a noise when there was nothing in it. Alright. Let's just put this on. Maybe it doesn't work until they're all on. But my problem is I don't know where... I don't know if that's the correct colour, and I don't know where the last one, whether it's blue or yellow, goes. So I'm kind of stuck, to be honest. No, nothing. This is very, very annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm supposed to work this out. Genuinely, I just don't know. Right, let's put that there and that there. And let's put this right slap back in the middle. Fuck it. Nothing. Alright, let's try swapping those two around. Wait, is that the centre? Yeah, it is. And the other one goes there. I'm generally just troubleshooting here to see if anything changes when I do this. Come on, do something. Shit. This is really, really annoying. Let's try where we don't put anything down on that one. This is very, very frustrating. Ah! Fuck me! Have we got it? Oh, I wasn't actually expecting that to work. I thought I would just piss around with it. Okay, right. Let's head to... oh god, I'm terrified now. And finally... Right, let's head towards that thing. No, that's not the way, as per usual. Go here. We go up to here. Right, so it was 24, 22, 8, 6, 4. Open you up. Here we go. Oh, good lord above. Oh no, so they are actually... Oh, why is this game so much bigger than I thought? Oh no. Right. I don't think I should go here. Oh, that looks like something from one of the drawings from his book. Right, you know what? God, if this is like a game over state, we'll just pretend it didn't happen because we've got to try it. Let's go. Oh. What the fuck? Am I trapped? I think I am. Oh, that's him. Oh, this is definitely a game over state. Yeah, he's trapped me. Oh, we're going to end the episode there before anything happens. Just kidding.
I apologize for the cage. I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen. I am Gen.
Yeah, I can tell.
I assume you've heard of me.
Yeah, fucking have.
Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now.
Yeah,
Not
you're
that my
right.
son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was.
Ooh.
Yes. I even tried to kill him once.
Oh, great. Loving you.
God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. A great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious inks, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Look at him.
To be sure, the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one. I'm sorry, this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another.
Just take my book.
I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer.
I can't tell if this is a game over state or if this is like part of the plan.
Atrus's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Riven, and many have suffered because of it.
Yeah, like
The
me.
island has been steadily decaying for years.
Next to you.
But according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the fifth age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... Well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety.
Ah, the moiety, that's that society.
In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies.
Where's Catherine?
Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence.
They've attacked me twice.
Seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably.
Well, they worship her, don't they?
It seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them.
Yeah, I just told you that.
And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself. So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone. The actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions.
You seem okay.
Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Although I'm sure Atrus desires it.
If you let me out of the fucking cage.
Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart. But he is completely unaware of her recent state.
She's fine. I mean... Oh,
Which
Jesus.
brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very fortunate to have recovered it. If I may.
Oh yeah, please do.
Thank
Have a
you.
rummage as well while you're at it. Haha. Yes, come on. Go in. Please don't cotton onto it. What are you doing? There's nothing on the other pages. Go on. Do it. Fucking do it. No, come on. Please. I want this game to be over.
Perhaps it would be best if you went through first.
No. Oh, fuck off.
You may need some time to decide. That is reasonable. Until then, as a token of my good intentions, I will allow you free access to my linking books, cruel though they may be, and to the rest of the Fifth Age.
Okay.
Please understand, there is nothing I want more than a chance to resolve matters between Atris and myself, especially in light of what has become of Catherine. But unless you are willing to demonstrate to me that your intentions are honorable, I cannot risk it. The sanctuary I've been writing for the Islanders is nearly complete. After all these years, it would be a shame if I were unable to finish it.
Are you gonna let me out yet?
The work I am doing is quite demanding. Please don't signal me unless you've decided to use the book. The switch will
Okay.
reset itself once you link from here.
That's... Okay, that's tricky. So... Oh, God. So here's a tricky thing. So I've now got to... I've still got to get him to use that book somehow. Aha! Oh, this is good. Okay. Although I'm not entirely sure how necessary this is all going to be, but well, let's do it anyway. Right, where do we want to go? We want to go. I want to go to there because I want to see what this is. Right. So here we go. Yeah. I don't recognise this place. That's a normal dome. Oh, that's the upturned eye. Right, and I'm not going to go into it yet because I now know that that is... What's the upturned eye? It's blue, so that's blue. Right, no, go away from me. Just going to make sure of all this stuff. Right, this is the main island. Now, what does this say its thing is? It should be... Yeah, it's this. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. But that's not where I want to go. I want to check all of these. Right, this one... I don't know how to access, so that might be an interesting one, but I think I know where it is. That's not a problem. Let's have a look at this one. This should be the one in the treetops. Yeah, cool. That's good to know. So... Now, obviously, I fudged it. I put one of them in the middle. Was that always what I was supposed to have done? Okay, well, the only one out of these that I've not been able to access... well, there's two, actually. But first, I want to go to... That's one of them. The other one is this one. So I want to go to this one. Because I don't know how to stop this one. So if I could get inside it and get it to open up, that would be nice. And actually, I don't... Or maybe I can only access it from this place. So it wouldn't actually matter. No, you know what? Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go here. Because I haven't been here and new is more fun. Cool. So this is the potentially distant place. So I thought this place was going to be where I got trapped in that big tree. But maybe not now. Maybe it's something else. Regardless, let's go. Right. Let me out of here. Cool. Ah, this is a different place. Oh yeah, I recognise this from the topography place. Right. Check for switches and buttons and symbols because I don't want to get trapped. Ah. Get lost. Great, more codes. Alright, okay. I don't know what any of those things did, but okay. Ah, maybe this is... As he said the code for Catherine's release was in his office. I didn't look properly. Fuck.
You made it.
Oh, it's Catherine.
But how'd you get past Gen?
He took the book. Please help.
You must really believe I've gone mad.
I'm not entirely unconvinced.
I know what he's doing. He's watching you. He's waiting for you to make a mistake.
I made a lot of them.
He's hoping you'll lead him back to Dunny. You can't let Gen... Atris sent you to save me. But if Gen gets back to Dunny, he'll kill him. I think I know how to signal Atris, but it's going to take both of us. You'll have to trap Gen before you can get the combination. Be careful. Go then. If you won't help me, then I have nothing more to say.
What? Alright, Jesus. All I've done is what I'm told so far. Jesus fucking Christ, these people. I hate this family. They're worse than the Kardashians. Right. When do I... Game? Can I leave? What? Oh, I see. Was this where he had a security camera? He did. He had a security camera of this place. Right, I'm fucking off. Right. Oh! Right, okay, hang on. No, the combination to free her is... This is what it is. This is how we open up the cage. So that... Well, I'm going to photograph this. Because the answer to that is somewhere in his office. Which we're about to go back to. But the problem is we have to get him to trap himself in the book first. And I don't really know how I'm supposed to do that. Right. 24... 22... 8... 6... 4th. It's very annoying that I have to do this every sodding time. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's go. So, where can we see around here? Oh. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to... Is that what summons him?
I'm relieved you've returned. I thought perhaps you had decided against it. Here, I shall follow you directly. Please. You're free to go. But
I don't want to test his
I
patience.
think you should not come back unless you're willing to use the book.
So I've got to get him to use it, but he won't use it until I use it. And... but I can't... But Catherine says not to free her until I've gotten him to go in the book. And I don't even have the code to release her, so I don't even know how I'm supposed to go about doing that. Where could this code be? Codes, look for codes. I'd have to... This is a real bugger. Okay. Right, well now let's go here, because we haven't accessed this one yet, and it might be fun. Here we are. Nice. Okay, that's handy. That's now open for us. Right, so now what have we got to do? I have a feeling it's got something to do with his with that burnt book in his office. Because we've got to fool him into using a book. And I don't know whether this is something we can now do if we took this to one of the domes. But I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to take this. No, it won't let me. Okay. I really don't know. But now we know what the coding system looks like. Maybe this is the office we're supposed to use to find out what the thing is. So is there anything around here that looks like the thing? I don't think there is. That can't be it, can it? No. Okay, now let's look in his book. Open it up. Let's see if there's anything to do with... That looks kind of like it. We've got there's three buttons and a thing we put across. It's just 3 buttons. I think that's all that matters. Where does he mention Catherine? Okay, yeah. He's talking about this. So when he says he's nearly finished writing the something age, what age is that he's talking about? Because that is, well, that's an hour and a half. Is that 9 times 9? What's that? What's 9 times 9? 89, right? No. What? Is it? Why can't I do basic maths? It's 90 minus 9. Oh, it's 81. No, it can't be that. That's very confusing. Come on, where's a code for... Could that be it? No. Okay. So, we've got to get Gen to use the book that he won't use until I use it. And if I use it, I'll probably get trapped in a cage and he won't follow me. But I can't... But I have to do that before I free Catherine, using a code that's in his office that I don't know where it is. Ugh.